Okay, this video we're going to go over the exercise that everyone loves to hate, the rear foot elevated split squat. It's also known as a Bulgarian split squat. We're going to get Dan to go through it. Actually, give us a look at a couple, Dan, and then we'll go over some of the teaching cues on how to do it. So ideally, I like something that's 30 centimeters. To be honest, this is probably slightly higher than I would usually use, but no higher than that, right? 30 centimeters is probably my ideal starting point with this. That's it. So we'll give us a look at one more, Dan. That's it. Cool. And just swap legs. Let's get these out of here. I'm just going to get you to pause at the bottom. Okay, so when Dan does this, I want him to try and keep a straight line from his shoulder to his knee, right? So we don't want him to have a big kink in here. We don't want this to happen. Yeah, we don't want this arch back. We want a nice strong position at his hips, and we want basically a straight line from knee to shoulder. So I'm going to get Dan to just lean forward slightly. That's it. And then he's going to drop down. Keeping this straight, nice and controlled, that's it. 80 to 90% of his weight here should be in his front foot. His front foot should have the heel, the big toe and the little toe all on the floor, and he's basically pulling himself down. He's pulling his back knee down with this front foot. So you are gonna feel, depending on how tight your hip flexors are, you're probably gonna feel a big burn through here as well. The better you get at it, the more you're gonna feel it in that front foot. So really we're aiming to target the front leg as much as we can here. So just do a few more, Dan. That's it. He's in a nice strong core position the whole time. His weight's in his front foot. 80% of it's there. His heel's staying down. Looks good. Cool. So we don't want the heel to come up. We want this exact position here at the foot. So that looks really good. Okay, so there's a couple different ways that we can change this exercise depending on what we're trying to do and what we're trying to target. So the traditional variation where Dan's knee moves over his toe. So come down, Dan. So saying there's nothing wrong with this. This is cool. This is going to target more of the quad. He's still keeping his heel down on the ground. He's using up all the mobility in his ankle. So this would be the traditional way that we would do it. It's going to really burn up the quads the most. If we wanted to change this exercise and we wanted to target more of Dan's glute and hamstring, particularly his glute here, what we can do is try to keep his shin much straighter, and we're actually going to put a lot more tension in the glute and the hammies. So we'll take a slight lean forwards a little bit further and see if Dan can drop down now here without, so see this? Good, go again, do two more, stay off my hand. So creating this straight shin, he's actually just changing the way his muscles are working here, right? So he's using his glute a lot more, he's using his hips rather than as much of his quad. Nice.